Okay, we're going to create a Facebook lead form using the Facebook Ads Manager. So the first thing you want to do is go to facebook.com/ads manager. And then once you're here, you can click Create Ad. And you'll notice in the upper left-hand corner it says Quick Creation, and in the upper right-hand corner it says Switch to Guided Creation. We're going to do the guided creation because it's going to give us some helpful tips along the way, since this is the first time you're creating an ad. So the very first thing you're going to see here is special ads category. This is very, very important. Your ad will not be approved if you don't check this box. Anything to do with credit, employment, or housing ads has to have this box checked. So if you forget and you get to the end, then you're going to go ahead and save your ad and put your credit card information in there, but it's not going to get approved. You'll get an email from Facebook saying sorry, and then you'll have to come in here and do this and then wait for them to review it again. So make sure you click this, and then from the drop down, make sure housing is selected. Now, as far as your marketing objective goes, we're doing lead generation, so we're going to go ahead and pick lead generation. Now, down here we've got campaign name, and for a campaign name, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to call it Agent 3000 Leads for our campaign. And so you got two choices here. Like, we're going to leave both of them off, but you got the create a split test and the campaign budget optimization. Anytime you're going through this, creating this form through this guided creation, they're going to have the info buttons, but then they also get to learn more. And so if you click on Learn More, it'll tell you all about what A/B tests are. And in a nutshell, it's just basically you're running two ads against each other, or maybe multiple ads, and then you're seeing which ones are performing better based on your criteria and what, your ads that you've created. So you can, again, read that to learn more. And the optimization, again, we're just going to leave that off. Again, if you want to learn more about that, you can click that there. So now for the ad set name. For this ad, when I get to the ad section to create it, I'm going to create a ad called Miami Pool Homes Under 400,000. And so you can have multiple ads under ad set. So let's create an ad set name for this example. We're going to call it Pool Homes Promotion. So I may create a Miami Pool Homes ad. I might have a Fort Lauderdale Pool Homes. I might have a Cape Coral Pool Homes ad, or whatever city or state I want to do, and then I would put them all underneath this ad set so they're organized nicely. So you're going to go ahead and pick your page. I just got an Agent 3000 test page here that I'm using. If you have I've already accepted the Facebook lead ads terms for this page. If this is the first time you're doing it, it'll ask you to approve or do view the terms and approve it. And accept the terms. So you'll have to go ahead and do that. The dynamic creative, again, if you want to read about that, it's kind of beyond the scope of what we're trying to accomplish here. So you can do the learn more, but we're going to leave that off right now. And any of these things we are leaving off right now, you're going to probably turn some of the things on in the future when you become an expert at all the lead forms and in your marketing. But again, I want to keep this thing as laser focused as we can, to make it as simple as I can. It's for you to be able to get ads out there and start generating leads. So what I'm showing you in here is working very effectively for this particular type of ad. So now you can create a new audience, or you can just saved audience if we've done this before. So since we're doing this first time, we're going to say new audience. And if you click on create new here, you got a special ad audience and custom audience. What this is different ways that you could retarget people. You've heard these terms retargeting. A lot of our customers have given us a Facebook pixel. You can go into Facebook and create a pixel and send it to us. We'll add it to the website for you. That way, when everybody goes to your website, Facebook keeps track of the people that have come to the website, and you can retarget those people specifically. So you could say, hey, I want to run this ad, but I only want the people that have been to my website before to see it. Or you might want to upload a customer list, maybe you got something in a spreadsheet that you want to upload, or down here Facebook page. Maybe it's all the people that have ever been to your page and interacted with your page, or maybe viewed a video off your page. So you get the idea. You can actually target those, any specific people that have done any of these events. In our case, we're not going to go ahead and create any specific audience because we just want the general public to be able to see it. So, but there may be a time, again, in the future, after you're running it a few times, you might want to start retargeting people. That's what, where you would do that at. Now the locations, we're doing this Miami, like we could run this across the whole U.S., or maybe in the wintertime we might run it like an up in northern state or Canada or something like that, trying to entice people to get a home down here and when it's nice and warm. But in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to just say that I want to run it in Miami. And it's going to automatically give me a 15-mile radius here. They will not let you go less than 15 miles. And in fact, they won't even let you do a zip code. It says it's unavailable for this particular type of housing ad. So, but I can increase that if I want. Maybe I want to, bump that up to, I don't know, we'll say 30. So, so now it's only going to show people in that radius, the Miami pool home. So now the age range down here, you're going to see this option's fixed and cannot be changed. The gender cannot be changed. Again, you're they're going to limit you on that because of a housing discrimination. So you got more options here if you want to go languages. Maybe you just want this in Spanish or only English or whatever language you want to choose. And then in the connections for all people, we're going to just leave that alone as well. Now the placements. The automatic placements is what we're going to leave it on. And what that means is it'll be better if I show you here with manual placements. If you did manual placements, I can say, you know what, I don't want anybody on Instagram to see it, or I don't want anybody, in the Facebook Marketplace. I don't want my ad to ever show up there, or so you could uncheck some of these things, but Facebook is pretty good at what it does. They are going to calculate where the best place to show your ads, where the most responses and the best quality you're going to get, because they want you to be successful. If you're not going to keep spending money on running ads there. So we're going to leave automatic. But as you get to be an expert, you may very well want to go to manual placements and just specifically target certain type of things. So now for the budget and schedule, we got this cost control option. That's the average cost per lead. So let's say your average cost per lead, you don't want it to ever be more than $5 a lead. Facebook's gonna, spend your entire budget based on that. Some will be more, some will be less, but they're gonna make sure they average that. I don't recommend doing that for what we're doing here. Again, you can play around with it but we're just going to go ahead and go with a daily budget of say $3 for example, and that'll tell me that I'm not going to spend more than $21 a week, so I'd be spending roughly $84 for the month this way. Now, the difference between doing a daily budget or a lifetime budget is if I went lifetime, then that's saying that I'm going to start on a specific date, I'm going to end on a date, and that's it. The ad's done. And I could say I want to spend $50 on that or whatever. That's okay. But what almost all of our customers like to do is they like the daily budget, and because they can go ahead and turn this thing on and off. And what I mean by that is let's say you're running this thing for 3 or 4 weeks, and all of a sudden you got a couple buyers you're working with or sellers or whatever the case may be, and you're a little busy. You can just go into the Facebook Ads Manager and you can just pause that campaign. So then it's kind of like turning a water faucet on and off. So when you want more leads to come in, you go and turn the thing back on. So that way you're in control of it whenever you want. So I'm going to go ahead with the daily budget. I'm going to run my ad, continuously starting today. So, or maybe I want to do a set a start date and start it tomorrow or something, but I'm going to leave it start today. You can't edit any of these things, based on the type of lead form we're doing here. So, it's in the options that we've selected. You can't change those. So now it says the ad set may get 0 leads. That's very possible, but it's not likely. I mean, it's even on the right hand side here, it's saying estimated daily results reached is 96 to 276 people. If I'm only spending a few bucks, then chances are if I even get only 96 people to see it, I'm probably going to burn through that $3 anyway. So it's if your ad isn't any good, then yeah, you're going to get 0 leads, but hopefully we're teaching you here, something here that, is working. Like I said, the type of ad I'm showing you here has been working very, very well. So we're going to go ahead and hit continue. Now we got the ad name, so we're going to go ahead and give it. Went ahead and we're going to call this Miami Pool Homes under. We're going to say under 400K because there's not going to be much under 300K there. So we're going to say under 400. And now, if I had an Instagram account, I could, I've already chosen the page I wanted on previously, but I could select Instagram. I don't have an Instagram account tied to this account, so I'm not going to select that. So, but if you do, then you could select that. The format, you got carousel, which will be multiple scrolling images and stuff. We're going to go with a single image and video to try to keep this thing simple. Again, we want to be laser focused on this, so we're just going to show them one image. Now, when you slide down here to the media, you can go ahead and if you do see things here, just go ahead and say clear. Let's just so you can start it from scratch, and then we're going to go with add media, add image. And you can upload an image from your computer if you have one. And I'm going to go, and it tells me the dimensions of this. I'm going to go with this nice pool home here. Hit continue. And I'm going to leave this crop square off. If you have it on, I would recommend turning it off. As long as it's a a horizontal type of landscape image like this, it'll look cleaner. In fact, down here it kind of shows you what this ad's starting to look like, and I think that looks really nice there. So I'm going to leave all that alone. And now we're going to go down to the actual nuts and bolts of the ad, and for the primary text here, I'm going to put in instantly view Miami Pool Homes under 400K. Your call to action is really critical, because you want to entice people. When they see it, you only get that couple seconds to grab them. You want them to see words like instant, free, that gets people their attention a lot more. So, and then I even capitalize under 400,000. Anybody that knows this particular market is going to be well, man, there's hardly nothing under 400K with a pool. So that's a really good deal. Hey, I want to, I'd like to live there, and then hopefully they click on the ad. The headline text. That's going to below. I'm going to go ahead and type in just Miami Pool Homes, and you can see it changed right there. And then the description, you can put whatever kind of description you want, in there. Again, it's optional. And I'm not going to put any description. It would show up underneath here. It starts to get too convoluted. If you get too much, we want to keep these people laser focused here. So, and then the display link, I would put the link to your website so they know it's a legitimate website. And I got a sunandbreeze.com. Okay, and so. And it's going to go ahead and refresh over here. So, and then you can see, you put it right there. So sunandbreeze.com, Miami Pool Homes. And instead of sign up, I'm going to go with learn more. I don't want to scare them. It's just, I'm just going to put learn more. I think it's a little less intrusive that way. And again, you can use your opinion on any of these words you want, but I'm just giving you examples. The story background colors, we're not going to worry about changing that. We're going to just leave that by default. These things on the right hand side here, if you want to see what this ad's going to look like, and for example on the desktop feed, that's what it's going to look like mobily. That's what it's going to look like an instant article. So you can see what it's going to look like in each place, and I like the way it looks. So I'm going to just continue. Okay, the next thing is the instant form, and what we're going to do is we're going to click on new form. This we're going to gather all their information from. The first thing is real easy to forget this. So make sure you click up here and you want to title the form. You want to give it some kind of name. We're going to go ahead and backspace this, and we're going to call it Miami Pool Homes under 400,000. So we remember what this form was created for. And now our choices are more volume and higher intent. We don't really care about their intent. We want to go for the more volume and get them to fill out and submit a form on the device. So the intro, this is what you're going to have for the intro. We're going to go ahead and put the same thing there. We're going to put the instantly view Miami Pool Homes under 400,000, just to keep them excited about what they're filling this form out for. We're going to use the image from the ad. We're not going to upload a new image or anything, so we're going to leave this alone because we've already got our image there and we like it. And then we're going to, instead of a paragraph, we're going to go and put some bullet items. Now, what I'm doing in this ad is I'm going to obviously let them instantly view Miami pool homes like under 400,000. So I'm going to be sending them to the property search on the website is the ultimate goal. And I want to set all those filters, but I want to let them know about the cool things they're going to be able to do once they get there, So I'm going to tell them, they can save listings, they can save searches. Let's see, they could get automatic updates for new homes. And then we'll just say, and much more for free. So that's good. So now they can see, we're going to instantly get to see the homes, and I could save listings, save searches. I mean, this is sounding more and more enticing by the second. So now we got the questions. Now, if you're using a CRM, like with Facebook, you might use Zapier, or we got our new Facebook module, like to link in directly, and you got your leads coming in the CRM. You're not going to want to ask for full name, because then you'd have to have your CRM rely on them to split the name properly. And so what we're going to do is we're going to delete that. We're going to make it easy for any CRM. We're going to say we want to get their first name, add a new question. We're going to say we want to get their last name. We also want to get their phone number. And so then we can reorder these things. We want to go first name, last name, email, phone number. So there we go. And on the side, it shows you first name, last name, email, phone number. So when they click on this ad, that information is going to automatically be filled in for them from their Facebook account. So they're not having to type this in. So it makes it real easy. And that's why they have a high success rate of getting you solid leads. Because people could technically backspace the number out, but they don't. It's very rare that people backspace their name or email or phone number out. So you usually get legitimate results. So at least in all the experience and all the ads that we've ran, it's been the case. So depending on what kind of ad you're running, I guess it could vary. But now, after we got that set, we're going to go ahead. You know what? It also says learn more, providing your info below. That sounds all right, but I want the word instant access in there again. So I'm going to go ahead and change it. Please provide your information below for instant access. Because again, I'm trying to give them that last little bit of subliminal messaging, like saying, hey, look, you're going to be getting instant access by doing this. So anyway, it's just, you try to get a little psychological on the people to try to get them to entice to click on, fill in these information, and fill out their forms. The privacy policy, you got this, it's going to automatically say this by submitting, they agree to give you information and so on and so forth. But they also want a privacy policy from your website that you're sending them to. So we're going to say privacy policy, and then a link's required. So we're going to go, like on our websites, if you go on your website and then you go to the home page and you go to the bottom, you'll see privacy policy there, and you just grab that URL and just go back to your website and paste, or in Facebook's ad manager, and you paste that in there. You could also add a disclaimer. I'll leave that up to you if you want to put a disclaimer about how they're opting in, in any language you want to put in there about the fact that you might be calling them and that kind of stuff. So that's up to you what you want to put in there. The thank you screen says thanks, you're all set. I like to remind them what they just did. So I'm going to say, thank you for your interest in Miami pool homes under 400,000. And then I'm going to say for the description, just want to make sure they remember that they should click the button below for instant access. The button type is, view website, download, call business. We want to view the website. And then the text on that, I'm going to change that a little bit too. Again, this is all personal preferences, but I'm going to say view properties now with an exclamation mark, maybe 3 of them, and get them excited there about viewing those. I got a search already saved up here. I got Miami residential, single family, active, pool. I got all that criteria already set up under 400,000 there. So I'm going to use that URL that I copied from the website. And that's it. And then we're going to go ahead and hit save. And we're going to finish. And then you should see a whole bunch of green check marks there. And we got Miami pool homes under 400,000 for our form there. So in the future, like you can duplicate this form, like you can make it easy. You don't have to, do that if you're running multiple forms. They make it pretty simple for you to, maybe it's like you want all the same information, like so you don't have to do that all over again. And because especially if I was running another one that said, Fort Lauderdale or Cape Coral or whatever, then I'd probably want the exact same information on there. I just want to change the city name, so you can go ahead and alter that and keep duplicating the forms. You can set up the Facebook pixel here, and it's going to come up and want your URL, and we'll say www.sunandbreeze.com, and then you can hit continue. And it says, "Are you ready to set up your pixel?" So I can say, "Yeah." Go ahead and set it up now, and then manually add the pixel or email to a developer, and I don't know how other companies are, but like for whatever reason, like Facebook, like when they send it to us, like automatically through your system here, we don't get them half the time. So I wouldn't recommend you doing that. Just manually add the pixel, and then you can go ahead and just copy this as copy clipboard. Just email this to us, and we'll go ahead and add it for you. So. And then if I hit continue. Cancel out of there. So anyway, so if you want to use the Facebook pixel, you can go ahead and turn this on then, and then send us that pixel, and it'll be all set up for you. But you'll want to go ahead and turn that on. Like I said, email support@agent3000.com. Send us that little bit of snippet of code, and then we'll add it in there for you. After that, you just hit confirm. And so this one's in review, and so they're actually looking at it. They're going to have people at Facebook checking it out, making sure you check that box for housing and all that good stuff, and they're going to go ahead and prove it. And then you can come back anytime you want, and you can view it. Now, before when I was talking about, the fact that if you go to this ads tab, here's your ad, the Miami Pool Homes under 400,000 review. Say once it's running, and you're spending the $3 a day, you might want to pause the thing. So all you do is you're just going to come in here and you're just going to click, this button here, and then that's going to pause it. So now the ad's not going to be running anymore. It's like right at the top here, it says publishing 1-on-1, and it's going to come back in review. So they're going to review it, but now it's not on anymore. So that's how you turn something on or off, like in the Facebook's Ads Manager. And you can go ahead and edit the daily budget anytime you want right here. You might want to come back and spend a little bit more some days. You can up it, down it, or put it $1, $10, whatever you want to do, and just and keep changing it. That's a nice thing about doing these daily type of ads, is you can keep changing it, whenever you want to change it. Here's an example of an ad. Like I was saying, we ran this one for a customer. It was Cape Coral Pool Homes under 300,000, and you can see they were spending $15 a day on this, but they got 67 results, 4,521 impressions. But their average cost per lead was only $1.06. So that's awesome. I mean, yours might be $2, $3, $4 or whatever. It's going to vary again depending on market, how much competition you have running, like ads, among other realtors in your area or whatever. But like I said, this ad's exactly like that one, except for this is for Cape Coral. So and I just created this one 5 days ago. So it says right here 5 days ago. So you can see that this is definitely been an effective way to generate leads. Using Facebook and Agent 3000. Have a great day.